let's go ahead and this is going to be our weekly update. Let's go ahead and start with going on right now. Absolutely nothing, basically. We have a marine weather statement over by Galveston and Texas City, League City, right around the Bay Area in Houston. And that's moving on down toward not too far north of Corpus Christi. And on the outside of that, there's a small craft advisory. And red flag warnings over here by San Antonio just expired. Now, onto this is the accumulated supercell composite parameter. So basically, around March 5th to March 11th, the little red and the yellow and the green and the blue will have an uptick in severe weather. Specifically, Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri. But today we're focusing on Oklahoma and Texas like usual. Alrighty, so here is the rain. As we go on, we could have showers pop up in central Oklahoma, and those look to grow pretty big, and then they move on into Texas and out. We could have a couple things pop up over here in near Tulsa around, this is March 3rd. Now onto those dates that I was talking about, March 5th through 11th. As you can see already, we have stuff here in southern Oklahoma, northern Texas, and then that all kind of moves on. I'm guessing there's a dry line with this, as you can see, probably right around through here, which that would most likely bring an uptick in severe weather if there is. And then we move on, we could have more stuff pop up around central Oklahoma. Most of this is going to be in Oklahoma, though. Probably a dry line with this looks to be a squall line around the DFW area, stretching up to Tulsa. On we go. Moving on. We could have a couple showers pop up near Houston in central, or south central Oklahoma around the Ada area. And then we could have more stuff pop up, and this is on March 9th, and it looks to be more showers, and then this could be severe right here, but we'll look at that in a second. And then it looks to be a lot of rain around this time, around from March 5th to March 11th. There could be a dry line with this as that moves out throughout the day. And then this is around March 13th. We get stuff popping up here near the Texas-Louisiana border in Arkansas. And toward the Kansas border with Oklahoma, there could be some showers. Moving on, and that is basically it. And then we could have a couple pop-up showers around central Texas on March 14th. Now, the actual supercell composite, a couple showers can pop up around there, maybe thunderstorms. And this is going to be around March 4th, those cells I was talking about earlier. This can reach about 2, maybe 1, and then we move on to around, this is March 6th, Friday, March 6th. We get maybe a 3 somewhere around here, maybe, 3 right around the border. Then we go on, we can probably get about 3 over here toward, this is about 4 west of OKC. And then down south in Texas, there's basically just probably a supercell or 2. I'm guessing this is probably that squall line I was talking about. Here we could have probably 4, maybe 5 supercells around in Texas here north of Dallas and right around the southern Oklahoma border. And this is stretching throughout the whole state, throughout both states. Now moving on, looks to be some showers that can pop up, maybe some thunderstorms. And then right here, on March 11th, we could see 5 to even 7 supercells, as you can see, pop up throughout this area. And this is going to be west of, I think, Dallas, like just west of Dallas, if not right over Dallas. So this will be north of Austin, and this can bring 2 to 3 supercells toward the OKC area, and toward Tulsa it'll be 1 to 2. Moving on, basically around, this is going to be March 12th. We can see a bit more of an uptick around here. This is Thursday, March 12th. We can see about 6. This is northeast of Houston. Now, and then we move on to, and that's basically it for that. Now, on this date right here, let me find the Dallas stuff. There we go. Temperatures about 70s around this time. The Cape will be unstable. Will not be very not unstable enough for a huge EF5 tornado to touch down. It's unstable enough to spawn, well, spawn, I say, to swirl up a tornado around the DFW area, or two. That can probably swirl up a couple tornadoes. And as you can see, a dry line kind of forms behind that. And this is a dry line right here. This is where the dry meets the really, really wet air, usually bringing a bit of a temperature drop in that area. This is about 70 degrees, and this is about 60 degrees. And then here you can see how the dry lines usually bring severe storms with them. So, and then see, here's the lid strength. This is the cap, basically. And then, where is it? Let's go ahead and look at this precip type. So with all this stuff, we could see, let's see. So I don't see, we could get freezing rain up in northern Texas. That's just north of Amarillo. Moving on, there could be maybe a little bit of snow in the panhandles. I am not completely sure about that yet. Most likely going to be. And here's that squall line I was talking about. Mainly just rain. I mean, the snow is basically done as we move on to March. Actually, I just said something. This is going to be March 10th. It could be freezing rain and snow in the panhandle, and then that moves on around March 11th. That will be gone, and then this brings more snow to the panhandle as it moves out to the north. And then if we go to the total snow accumulation, hold on, wrong one. That could be probably about not even an inch of snow in the panhandles. And then the 10 to 1 ratio says probably about an inch. So, and then the freezing rain, probably absolutely nothing freezing rain-wise. We could maybe see a little bit in the panhandle. But I bet you we don't see much at all. And let's go to the convective precip and talk about this stuff right here. As you can see, it's pretty round. This is March 11th. Could see a good amount of rain in these areas. And then let's look at the cloud cover. See, it's pretty clear for a while. Then it comes overcast for a bit, and then moves out, and then the whole state of Oklahoma will be overcast on, except for maybe around that Altus area, around March 1st, and then probably stay overcast until March 4th, which I like overcast, is pretty cool, but I don't know about y'all. Then basically both states are going to be covered in clouds on March 4th, because of those squall lines and those storms that we'll see. Same thing around March 12th. And then we move on, and we get a little bit of break from the clouds. The total snow depth and total, let's see, can go up to about an inch around the panhandle areas. And then rain accumulations, hold on, where's the total? Okay, there it is. So the total precip accumulation is about how many inches of rain will be falling throughout this whole, throughout March 14th. See, central Oklahoma could see about 4 inches of rain, and then 7 inches of rain up toward Tulsa, and then maybe even 9 inches toward the border, maybe even 10. Texas, not as much. They will probably see, the most they will probably see is about 5, maybe 6 inches of rain. And then toward actually Brownsville and El Paso, they probably won't see much at all. Let's look at these risks for today and these next coming days. Absolutely, basically nothing, except for, we'll talk about that in a bit. But basically nothing. And then fire-wise, we have a little bit of a fire risk. This is February 26th, which is today. But so this is basically over because of those. Remember how I said those red flag warnings had just expired? That's what those were for. This fire risk that's on here for today. And then we have basically nothing there. Moving on, Oklahoma, you get nothing until this is the February 28th, which is in about 2 days of me recording this. This is just going to be rain. I mean, probably nothing other than rain. Maybe a couple thunderstorms. I don't think we will see much at all with this. Fire-wise, again, this is today's risk. That's absolutely nothing. Just a tip of the panhandle. And that's it for the fire. And that will also be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And if you liked this video, consider subscribing. You do not have to. I'm not begging you to. Not like some of those YouTubers that do. But thank you.